Hi, this is DeeDee Lake with CrossRiver Media Publishing, and today I'm talking with one of our amazing authors, Tracy Crump, who is part of the anthology Abba's Lessons. So, good morning, Tracy. How are you?
I'm doing fine, DeeDee. Thank you for having me here.
I love your Southern accent, and I know if you're somewhere else, it's like, what accent? And you're in Mississippi, is that right?
I am originally from Tennessee, so all in the South.
Love it, love it. I have Southern parents, but I was raised a military brat, so not much of an accent. Although I can speak Southern if I need to.
Good for you.
So your story is called Simple Courage. What a neat story. I really liked your story. Just, talking about stepping out in faith, basically, believing that God can do what God can do. And we know he can do far greater things than we can. Do you want to tell us what made you decide to send that story in? Don't tell them too much about the story because we want them to read it. But
Okay. Well, I felt like it was a story that would resonate with a lot of people because whether you're a writer or any other occupation, there are times that we have fears that we think we're not going to overcome them. But
yeah,
when we see someone who is overcoming much more than we could ever imagine, having to overcome, then it gives us courage to move forward, to take one step in the right direction. And I
absolutely.
think that's what this story's about.
Absolutely. The young girl in the story, you call her Jenny, and I love that she seems unaware that she has any disability, and that to me is somebody who knows who they are and are very confident in who God is in their lives. So that's pretty amazing. Well, what other things have you written, Tracy?
Well, I've contributed quite a few stories to Chicken Soup for the Soul books. I've written a number of devotionals. I write pretty regularly for All God's Creatures, the guidepost books. And I've written articles like Focus on the Family, Parent Life, different things like that. I have one book out, which is called Health, Healing, and Wholeness, Devotions of Hope in the Midst of Illness.
Mm,
And it's based on my experiences as an ICU nurse and as a family caregiver.
wow.
So it's just designed to bring hope to people who may feel like they're facing hopeless situations.
An ICU nurse. Whoo, you guys are tough. Definitely, you have to have some thick skin and a big heart, I think, to work in the ICU. So, as you talk to other people about writing, I'm sure if you're like most of us, somebody will come up and say, "Oh, I'm thinking about writing a book," and you're like, "Really? Have you done anything to study it, or learn how to write or anything?" But anyway, I heard one. Very famous authors say that when someone said that to him, he was like, "Oh, so what do you do?" The guy was a surgeon, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm thinking about taking that up." So I'm like, "Yep." So really, writing takes work. It takes education and investment of time and energy and money. At times. And so, what advice would you give to that author that says, "I want to write for Chicken Soup for the Soul, or I want to, I want to write something. I want to be published." What would you tell them?
Well, I tell them that I think there are two things that they can do to propel their career more than anything else. And one is attending a conference.
Mm,
I don't think I would be published today if I had not attended that first conference. And the other is to join a critique group
mm.
because we need to see how our writing looks to our readers. And we are so close to it, we're not going to see our mistakes or where we can improve. And I think that's one thing that can help you improve better than anything else.
You are so right. I know myself that I went to a conference and then I joined a critique group. And that critique group, actually, yeah, I joined the critique group and my writing improved so much because it just even by them discussing other people's work, you learn a lot. And I mean, that's pretty much a free class for you. So if money's tight, critique group is the way to go. Definitely. You will see your writing improving. That's a great advice. Well, Tracy, where can people find you?
I have a website, tracycrump.com. I'm also on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all those social media things. I also have an online course on writing for Chicken Soup for the Soul, and that's on Serious Writer Academy. So just wherever they can find me, and they can find all those links too on my website, tracycrump.com.
Awesome. Well, we thank you at Cross River Media for submitting your story. It's a great story. I know that people are going to be encouraged, and when they read it, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I can do this. I can step out a little bit at a time." You know, they don't have to take big leaps. It's just a small leap. But thanks again for being part of Abba's Lessons, which comes out in October of 2023, and we're all excited. Can't wait to read all the stories because I think people are going to really. I've read them. I'm hoping that other people will enjoy them as much as I have. But thanks again, Tracy.